welcome to a Walkie talkie. Now I want to address what's happened since, I'd say, Wednesday in the world of Westminster and weird Starmer. Fucking prick he is, isn't he? But yeah, where are things now? There's been resignations. There's been people standing up and saying he's no longer fit for the job. So I believe there's going to be a lot of backfilling that's going to happen this coming week. You know, West Streeting, all the rest. The most shocking thing was Angela, right? Her, let's say, money issues that could attract a legal audience are all gone just with a click of a button. God bless the HMRC. Oh man. Yeah, it's mental, right? I call him Joe Blogs, self-employed dude. Didn't quite get his HMRC taxes right, you know, he was like maybe short of, I kid you not, 45 pence. He got an £8,500 fine and other penalties that will happen later on. Yeah, she was able to be £45,000 on the bump and even be told so by her own solicitor, and this be rumbling on for months, and then suddenly they're like, all is pardoned, all is well. It's hypocritical. But then again, what are we expecting from this planet called the United Kingdom? But anyway, yeah, I've covered backfilling, I've covered Angela. Don't go near a pussy at night time, you might not have a cock afterwards. Anyway, so yeah, backfilling. The people have said they have no more faith in Starmer. Interestingly enough, about the same time was about over 100 people had actually said they have their full unbridled confidence in Mr. Starmer. That's the power of drugs, folks. And kids that haven't touched drugs already, don't touch drugs. So, yeah, apart from backfilling, I don't really think much else is going to go on. All I can say is the quicker this doolally bastard gets kicked out on his arse, well, try not to kick him on his arse, he might get turned on, but the moment he gets kicked out, the better. Do I believe it's going to happen anytime imminently? Nah. Do I believe it will be in a short amount of time? Short to medium amount of time. He is going to have to go. He's emphatically disliked. And he's emphatically disliked, I've got to say again, in the adult industry because he scammed all them rent boys. And the rent boys went to set his car, house, whatever, his dreams on fire. You know, it is a rule, right? Especially in the drugs industry. If you get a wee bit of weed or something, don't put it on tick. Pay it outright. See, if you pay it outright, it doesn't become public. But if you're going to try and ding the drug dealer, or in this case, the rent boy, then it will become out, and it will become out very embarrassingly. So, best thing to do if you're wanting a wee packet of weed or a blowjob, just pay a fucking job out, right? It won't become embarrassing, it won't become newspaper, it won't become a source of memes all around the world. It's just a simple something to bear in mind. If you can't afford it, don't try and ask for it. Simply put. Anyway, folks, I'm going to head off now. We're going to get something to eat because I'm quite hungry, and I'm sure we're all hungry for one thing. No more Starmer. No more Starmer. We're done. Oh, just before I go, might I say, weird Starmer, the weird little cunt he is, he's trying to bring in banterless bars. Right? The whole idea really about going to a bar is to have a drink, to let down your hair, have a laugh with a friend, talk about your shitty day at work, talk about the shitty company you work for, talk about your shitty neighbours or whatever, right? Let down your hair, have a laugh, make each other feel good. Now, if you go into a bar, this is what Stammer's trying to implement. The name Stammer's like shit on my fucking lips. Anyway, so if you go in with anything above a smile, that's you getting ready to be kicked out. If you are heard laughing, you get kicked out. If you tell your pal a joke that might be a little bit salty, you get kicked out and put on the pub watch. If your pal jokingly smacks you in the arse, he's getting charged by the bar, not by you. Although you put out a massive thing and, you know, defending, actually it was a bit of banter. It's an in-joke between us two. There's no problem. Unfortunately, this is how Hitlerian Mr. Starmer is becoming. So, you know, there's already 5 venues up and down Sucky Hall Street that have took this banterless option. So if you have a laugh with your pal, maybe tell him a joke, or he tells you a joke, you're getting kicked out. If for instance, you know, your pal has a chant, you know, like, you know, Joe Blogs, Joe Blogs, Joe Blogs, right? That's you on the pub watch. If, let's say, you slag each other off and the other person absolutely boils you with about 2 or 3 words, pub watch. This is crazy. Pubs are our final bastion of discharge, I call it, right? Bastion of discharge, where you can go and discharge from the world and feel a bit better, join a friend, maybe even make the pal himself feel better, have a laugh, have a giggle, you know. If there's that guy in your group who's always getting his ass spanked, right, or for some reason he has some kind of liking for getting his ass spanked in the pub, all yous are getting a pub bar, right? This is what Starmer's trying to introduce. He's trying to install the image of you go into a pub, you go neutral faced, you only have a couple of drinks, you see your friend come through the door, and instead of your face lighting up and a big smile on everything, it's just a neutral, lost glance, maybe a wee nod. Anything above that is a fucking pub bar and a pub watch and all that shit. How is your day? Yeah, it is good. How is your job? It is average. How many days are you working this week? 6. Anything above that will put you immediately vulnerable to getting escorted off premises, pub ban or pub watch. the idea, I mean, like, yeah, it's a Saturday night, right? And the idea of going up to the town, you know, gathering a group, have a laugh, you know, buy each other drinks, get moderately pissed, tell each other funny jokes, high five each other. High fives are one that would get you pub watch and all. It's crazy. And regarding Tucky also, I mean, it's 5 venues, and they had done this on the back of something called a Good Night Out campaign, which you can almost a bit what I'm thinking, woke nonsense, right? And yeah, it's pretty scary because the whole idea of going out is to let down your hair and forget about things and look at things in a different way and have a laugh and whatever, and all that's going to come to a shuddering halt if Keir doesn't get stopped on his cavalcade of nonsense. We just, you know, you need to maybe distract him, maybe with 1 rent boy, 2 rent boy, 5 rent boys, whatever, just to calm him down a bit, maybe tug some of that tension out of him, right? Because pubs are a necessary place to be in. Part of a necessary place to be, you've got to have that kind of discharge from the world, because the world's so mental. We need it, or there's going to be a hell of a lot more of us in fucking psychiatric wards because this idiot man, right? You can tell the level of idiot he is when he let Jimmy Savile free of sex charges twice and many others. It's like as if he likes him or something. But anyway, we could talk about his deviant job for an hour and a day, but I think it's time to wrap things up, yeah. But I had to tell you about this banter ban that's coming around, and I maybe use a thumbnail to show you what I'm talking about. But the way I view it, we all need that discharge point where we all come together to make each other feel good, and to basically like make the people that are feeling down propping back up, you know, and just generally just bring everyone together. We're all here, and for the ones that are feeling downtrodden and stuff like that, we're here to prop you up as well. At its longest, Weird Star Wars is going to be here for 3 years. Hopefully sooner, but we've got to look out for each other, and that's all I can say. Just best thing I can say just before I shut the camera off is, you know, go to your local bar, even if you haven't been there for years. Just go down there, maybe invite your pal, and after a good couple of drinks, just hug it out, you know. Anyway, folks, I'm off ski because, quite honestly, my lips are dry and I might need a wee drink myself. Anytime you look at your story, you just want to fucking drink hard. But I'll be drinking soft drinks. So Keir will be disappointed. There's nothing hard going on at this point in time. So I'll catch you all later.